Hello, my beautiful loves. This is Dr. V. Welcome back to a new Pick a Card reading. So I hope you guys are having some beautiful holidays. I know the new year is coming up. Wanted to wish you all a very happy new year. And I'm so sorry that I have taken a bit of a break because my son came back from college. As many of you know, he's been away. He went away to college. And so this was the first time he's come back for a break. And so it's just been so wonderful to spend some time with him and have some family time. So thank you guys for your patience. And I'm very excited to be back doing readings for you. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Make sure you join the beautiful Live Tarot family by turning on those notifications and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of my future readings. So today I'm very excited that we're going to be looking at what's next, what's coming up now for you and your person. So in this connection, whether it's your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved, your crush, what is going to happen next? If you've been waiting for some progress, if you've been wanting this connection to come into union or to reunion after some sort of separation, we're going to get you some clarity and some answers on what to expect. So we have 3 piles here for you. Make sure that you are gentle with yourself. You can take the messages from pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, or you can take them all and take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Now, if you'd like to have specific guidance on your unique journey, you can also have a personal reading with me. And the link to that is in the box below. So I have given you some crystals here so to help you make your choice. So let's take a look at crystal number 1. Crystal number 2, and crystal number 3. So if you'd like to take a deep breath, meditate, see which one you feel most intuitively guided to, and we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. All right, my beautiful group number 1 who chose crystal number 1. Here is your reading. We're going to take a look at what is happening next in your connection. So we're going to take a look at this first as the overall energy. So we have full moon in Aries. We have cool your emotions. Very interesting. So what I'm feeling from your person is right now there may have been something that has gone on in this connection that has led to very heightened, very passionate emotions here. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that is a challenge. And I'm feeling that with your person, there's something about this connection and what has been going on within this relationship itself, like within your conversations, within your interactions. There's something here that has brought out a lot of emotions in your person. And for the most part, they've been very positive emotions. But I also feel that there's also a kind of like very high volatility in this connection as well. So it's almost like when things are really, really good, they're amazing, like they're full of passion and chemistry and this really out of this world connection. But when things are going through a challenge or a struggle, those same emotions become, high levels of friction. They can become kind of higher levels of drama. So the highs seem very high, but then the lows can also be very, very low and very challenging. And so this is why right now I feel like your person is trying to cool off, trying to kind of step back And you may be as well, from some of these very heightened emotions, so that you can gain clarity on what is really going on. Sometimes we need that time to step back from difficult or very heavy emotions so that we can gain clarity on where we are, what we want, and where we're actually going. So let's go deeper. So in terms of what's next, we're definitely looking at a cooling off period, but that may be a good thing. That may be something that you both actually need to help you to clarify and to help you to come together, or, come back into unity in a much more powerful and better way. Yeah, we have surrender your attachment to results. We have creativity. We have heart-to-heart conversations. And we have investigate, look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. So this is really interesting because I also feel, this is the thing, with this level of emotion that has been going on, I feel like part of this kind of challenge from the universe now, as you both move forward, as you're both looking at what's happening next, is I feel that you're both going to have to kind of step back from any kind of preconceived notions or, kind of attachments that you have to what this relationship should look like. Because I do feel that there's this energy here that maybe both of you have come into this relationship having certain ideas or notions of like, okay, this is what I want to happen here. This is the result I'm looking for. These are the things that you would do to kind of show to me that you truly love me. And I feel like there's definitely an energy here of maybe you guys need to kind of understand that you may have different love languages. That's another energy that's coming through here, because I feel like some of the reasons why these emotions have been very heightened between the two of you, or there may have been some sort of very kind of tug of war struggling energies, is because I feel like there may be a bit of a disconnect in the way that you express love, or the way you want love expressed to you, and also the way your person expresses love and the way they want love expressed to them. So I feel like the Spirit is saying here, you may want to kind of look at or become very clear on what is your person's love language. Like, how do they want to receive love? And the same with you. Like, are you both aware? Like, are you both discussing these things in your relationship? Have you talked about your love languages? Like, does your person know if your main love language is, say, physical touch? You need a lot of hugs, cuddling, or say your love language is words of affirmation. Like, you want them to affirm you, that you want to feel appreciated. You want them to verbalize their appreciation of you, or vice versa. What is their love language? Are you giving them words of affirmation when what they really want is quality time, right? So I feel like Spirit is saying here that what's coming next in your relationship is that you're going to have much more deeper conversations here, really heart-to-heart conversations, and definitely without fear. Okay, so you don't want to approach these conversations from being afraid of the outcome, that somehow if you are very honest with what you want, what you're looking for, that it's going to end the relationship. I feel like Spirit is saying here, have faith that it is okay to ask questions. See, look closely, ask questions, investigate and think before acting, that it is okay to ask the tough questions. It is okay to have these heart-to-heart conversations where you are you're feeling the strength, you're feeling the faith, you are strong in this connection, that you're not going to just, like, by asking tougher questions or by asking for clarity, from one another, it's not going to jeopardize or end the relationship. You know, it is okay to ask these tougher questions. It is absolutely right to get the clarity that you want, to investigate, to look closer and deeper, without being so attached to, you know, it has to come this way, or, you know, this relationship has to look like this or feel like this, or it has to, you know, certain milestones or, you know, certain things have to be hit in order for me to feel satisfied. That it is okay to approach this relationship with a bit more of this lighthearted creativity, you know, that we are co-creating this relationship together. We are co-creating this partnership, and it's okay to kind of let it flow where it goes, you know, to not be so attached to the result having to be exactly this or exactly that, or, you know, exactly looking the way you feel like it has to look and feel, right? There has to be room here for some creativity. There has to be room here to let the relationship kind of flow the way it naturally goes. And I feel like once you kind of remove those expectations or remove any kind of rigidity that you both may be bringing to the relationship, it's going to flow a lot smoother for you. Okay, that's where I feel this is going. As your emotions cool in the right direction, you know, like as these like tougher emotions or rigid emotions start to cool up, this relationship is going to flow a lot better. So Spirit, can you please tell us what else is happening next in this connection? We have the Center of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Tower. Wow. Okay. So again, see, this is where I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of light bulb moments that are coming through. Okay. And that is necessary for this relationship to grow. I feel like that is what Spirit is saying here, that, you know what, it's okay if you feel like, you know, you're being hit with some tower moments. I feel like that is going to be really important to the growth of this relationship. You guys really do need some clarity. You really do need for things to kind of come to a head, as in, you know, even if it seems very striking, even if it seems like very kind of in your face, like, oh, I didn't know this about you. Oh, I didn't know that this is what you want. I didn't know that this is what is kind of in your heart. You may find out things about each other that you didn't know. Okay, so there's new knowledge, new light that is coming through here with this tower moment. So there may be, this tower moment may have already happened and you're kind of both struggling to figure out what's going on, or this is coming, but in a way that is going to be very clarifying to you. I feel like you're going to learn a lot about one another, things that you didn't know before. And yeah, some of these things may be difficult to handle, but I feel like in the overall picture, it's only going to help you, because I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that being in the dark about these things is going to also make you feel very alone in the relationship. Five of Pentacles, like you don't want, it's almost like there's a fear of knowing what your person really thinks and what they really want. And maybe there's certain things that you both have not been fully honest or comfortable to communicate to one another. But I feel like that kind of holding back, if you have been, also is leading to this Five of Pentacles energy, where you feel like you're not fully with one another. You feel like there's still some sort of a barrier between the two of you, right? You're still kind of looking at each other through like a glass barrier, where it's like, yeah, you can see each other. Yeah, you can connect to a certain degree, but it's not as deep as you want it to be. And for that, there's going to have to be some clarity here. Even if it's kind of shock value in your face, it's going to be good for you in the long term because of this Seven of Pentacles, okay? Because I feel like as you guys really kind of knock down that Five of Pentacles kind of glass between the two of you, you're going to feel like you're no longer kind of in this lonely energy. Like, even though I'm in this relationship, I still feel lonely. I still feel alone. Like I'm not understood. I'm not fully seen. You're going to feel much more seen. You're going to feel more visible. You're going to feel like the two of you can truly see one another for who you really are. Because I do feel in this connection, there's been a bit of a disconnect there where it's almost like you don't have that clarity with each other to the level that you need to have in order to really grow this relationship. And I feel like that's why we're getting this investigate energy, right? That, the clarity is not fully there. Something needs to be more deeply looked at. And so that's why that's going to be very important to do, because when you do that, you're going to get the Seven of Pentacles, which is wonderful because it's all about planting deeper seeds with one another, going deeper. See how this plant, like you're looking at the roots here, that's what you're doing. The more clarity you get through these heart-to-heart conversations, the deeper this connection is going to go, the deeper you're going to be planting the beautiful seeds here so that you're growing this relationship exactly in the direction that you want it to go. And it's going to be a lot stronger for you, right? And that's what you want. You don't want it to be weak, right? You want it to be strong. So let's take a look at some specific messages from your person to you. And just take these as they resonate for your situation. And then we're going to also look at what's next here. What are some immediate next developments that you can expect in this connection? Interesting. Look at that. All right. So I still love you. I dream of being with you. I imagine waking up next to you and cuddling with you every day. Okay. So this is interesting because I feel like this is a love language of physical touch and intimacy, right? Just like what I said, right? Knowing what your person and you want in terms of how you communicate love, right? And this is definitely the message of somebody who really wants that physical touch. That means a lot to them. And that is really beautiful. I'm trying to bury my love for you because I can't be with you right now. I always ruin things between us. Okay, so for some of you, there's definitely a runner's energy that has gone on here, right? Where maybe with this tower moment, maybe something has happened here in this tower moment that has caused either one or both of you to at least step back or run from this relationship, maybe because these emotions just became too much, right? Too much. So that's all right. Sometimes we do need to step away for a little while and regroup and to kind of bring our relationships back into balance, right? That's why we're getting this balancing energy. So I do feel very much in terms of what's going on next in this connection is that there is a balance. There's an equilibrium that is coming back into this connection. Whether you are, together but struggling, or whether you are going through some sort of temporary separation, either way, I feel like the energy is the same, is that, see, you are still each other's person. I've never met someone like you. You're special. Please have patience with me because I'm still learning. See? So this is an evolution. This is the energy I'm getting, that this is clearly an evolution of what is going on in this connection. So, if there has been some running, there is an awakening that needed to happen. And that awakening has everything to do with whatever has happened in this tower moment, right? The clarity is coming, the balance is coming, the awakening to something better. The evolution of this connection is what is happening next, which is so, so beautiful. So if you feel that, there's been a lot of struggle here, there's been a lot of, work that needed to be done in this connection, just know that there is a reason for it. There is meaning behind it. There is an evolution to this, and that this connection is coming back into balance. One way or the other, this connection is coming back into a balance that was really necessary, that really needed to happen in order to reach that next level, in order to really get into this creative flowing energy here of creativity that we really want, right? So just go with the flow, feel that energy of equilibrium, of balance and awakening coming back. And don't be afraid to ask these, more deeper questions of one another so that you can come together in a much deeper, meaningful, and better way. All right. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can click on the link below, or you can also order any of these oracle decks that I have created for all of you to help you on this journey. So all of the links are in the box below. Thank you so much for being here, and make sure that you do subscribe, like, and share. It really helps the channel and it means so much to me. Thank you guys, love you, and see you all on the next one. My beautiful group number 2 who chose crystal number 2, here is your reading on what's going on next in your connection. So this card is going to show us the overall energy of what is going on next. So let's take a look. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. Interesting. So what I'm feeling here is one of the big things about what is next for you in this connection is that there are definitely certain things that need to be revealed here. And that's interesting because it's similar to group number 1's reading as well. And I definitely do feel this energy, especially coming through here in this as we are now approaching a new year. I feel like it's about new beginnings, and it's about the sense of discovery, right? A sense of the discovering what is within and what is without. To me, it's a beautiful kind of circular energy. It's like this energy of that which is above, so which is below as well, right? So there's a lot of like this light and dark, yin yang, very like, energies of bringing things into balance, right? That the entire universe, including our own relationships, thrive in balance, balancing energies. And part of that is to become extremely aware, extremely open to deeper understanding of ourselves and who we are, as well as a deeper understanding of our partner and who they are. And are there things that we are not sharing with one another? Is your relationship, your connection right now struggling because of lack of clarity, because somebody is not communicating what it is that they truly want? Have they gone silent? Or have they kind of, decided to be quiet or silent instead of actually opening up and communicating and letting you know what it is that they're truly thinking and feeling and what it is that they truly want from this connection? So I feel this overall energy of what's going to happen next for you is that you're going to have to explore this question. Things that have been maybe pushed down or repressed in this connection are going to have to come out. They're going to have to be seen. So there's definitely energies here of certain things, either certain types of thoughts, feelings, situations, things that are going on in your person's life, as well as maybe even in your own. You might be mirroring each other here, where they have been kind of buried. Okay, they've been buried below the surface because somebody does not want to talk about it or is too afraid to let things come out, right? There is definitely a strong energy of things being below the surface, and a fear, kind of like a fear or a discomfort around the idea of those things coming out and being seen. Okay, So let's go deeper. We have surrender to success. We have discernment, which I'm not surprised at, because I feel like that has everything to do with these things that may be, you know, buried. We have pay attention to red flags. Interesting. The signs are cautioning you. Wow. And we have no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. Wow. That is really something. All right. So, you know, I feel like Spirit is really emphasizing this point strongly right now. There is definitely something here, okay? Something here that has been buried that needs to come through, because look at this. All of these energies are energies of somebody being afraid to find out the truth, okay? But I feel like it's only a matter of time before the truth is revealed, right? It's like you can't, how far can you go? How long can you go? Not wanting to look at something or not wanting to address something. So I feel like there is definitely a block here in this connection that needs to be overcome. And I do feel that Spirit is saying, though, that, you know, you may feel that if you were to address what these issues are, okay? Now, for some of you, it can be a third party situation, because that energy is also coming through kind of strongly here. But as I always say, third party doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic third party. It can be any kind of situation, person, or obstacle that is really blocking this connection or keeping this connection from growing the way it's supposed to grow. Okay, so sometimes it's certain things that people are like, they find they're feeling some sort of shame or embarrassment around. You know, there's something here that is being buried, that your person feels that almost they can't talk to anybody about. There's some sort of very deep sense of either family shame or trauma or issues that your person has gone through that is still affecting them right now, that they just have not been able to really open up about to you or to anybody else. Okay, and this is why I feel like there's a lot of fear that is associated with this. You know, your person is very, very fearful of revealing whatever this is. Okay, and what the way that that has been manifesting itself, I feel to you, has been through some red flags. As in, I'm getting the energy that you know that there is something here that needs to be revealed, but you have also been afraid of what that is. So there's like this fear kind of, you know, an energy of fear that is surrounding this entire issue. It's lurking below the surface. It needs to be revealed, but it's almost like nobody has the guts to reveal or talk about what this really is. Although you are very aware of it because you have seen it come through various times as red flags. Okay, it's like you've seen things come up that feel very weird to you. Okay, there's an energy of this almost like strange things, weird things, things that don't make any sense, things that seem mysterious to you about your person. So because of that, I feel that there has been a lack of clarity and a lack of an ability to really discern, right? To really figure out what is real, what is not, what is there, what is not there. What could this be? It's almost like a detective story. Isn't that interesting? It's like really this energy of like, you feel like you've had to do some detective work in order to figure this out. But at the same time, you don't want to be nosy, right? You don't want to feel like you have to do the detective work to find out what is going on with your person. You want them to be able to open up to you and let you in. right? Like let you in on the secret, let you in on what is happening here that you know they are not talking about. It's almost like it's like the elephant in the room, right? You know that there is an elephant there. It's huge, okay? It can't be ignored, but you're ignoring it. You're not talking about it because of fear, because of what will happen if this comes to light, if this comes to the surface, if this is revealed, what is going to happen here. So I feel like Spirit is saying, though, that do not discount the idea that even though it may seem very heavy and scary and fearful right now, that if this comes to light, you may be surprised that it actually leads to the success of this relationship. That, maybe you are both silent about this out of the fear that if this comes to light, it will lead to like destruction, or it will lead to an ending, or it will lead to a separation. But I feel like Spirit is saying you may be surprised that actually if this comes to light and you are able to work through it, it might actually lead to the success of this relationship in ways that you have not yet anticipated, or in ways in which maybe you can't see right now, but Spirit can see for you, right? Sometimes, there's so many possibilities here in the universe that sometimes we just can't see them. Right? We can't see the paths or the road to success, but Spirit can, right? Spirit can see the entirety, whereas we only see kind of a narrow, our perspective is very limited and narrow. We're not able to see the big picture down the road in the way that Spirit can. And I feel like that's why Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to bring this to light, because there are paths to success here for you that you are not maybe seeing right now. So what else can we expect here? What else is going on? Yeah, okay. So see, this is the thing. Yeah, for some of you, there is some sort of an issue here of a third party. There's definitely, I feel like for some of you, this is not for everybody, so just take this as it resonates. There's definitely some sort of an obstruction here of somebody who is already married or in an unhappy relationship that they wish to leave, or they are trying to leave, but they have not been able to, perhaps due to children or finances or both. Okay, so there's definitely, for some of you, there is that instance. There is that kind of obstacle. For others of you, I feel like there are issues surrounding somebody who may still have some sort of tie to an either ex-spouse, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. There's still some sort of toxic energy here that is lingering from that person. I feel like they may still have they may have to have contact with this person or deal with this person due to, again, children that may be involved, or due to some sort of financial or child obligations. And because of that, there are certain struggles they have that they are not able to fully really engage with you or to fully let you in on. They feel like they're in this alone. Okay, they feel like there's something here where it's like they have to handle it by themselves. So they feel a certain level of fear in letting you into that aspect of their life. Okay, but for others of you where this is not a third party situation, I'm also feeling here that there is some sort of an energy of a deep sense of wounding that has gone on in your person's experience. And I feel like that there has been some sort of a deep sense of trauma that your person has been through from a very young age. Okay, so this is not something new. This is something that is definitely part of their more not recent past, but their kind of, very like deep past. right? But it's something that is still very alive within them. And I feel like it has to do with, for many of you, I feel like it has to do with your person's parents. It has to do with the way that their parents treated your person. There's a sense of discipline. There's a sense of like maybe like very harsh discipline. It's a very interesting energy. Like I feel like your person is ashamed or very wounded by something that has happened to them in their childhood. And I feel for many of you, your person came from a background where their parents or whoever raised them were extremely rigid. Okay, there was very, very rigid rules that had to be followed. And for some of them, I feel like if they did not follow those rules, they were physically beaten. This is the energy I'm getting from this Nine of Wands. I feel like they, you know, your person was used to like being hit by people. And this is something that they've carried with them for a very long time. And it's something that really causes a very deep, deep sense of shame, of fear, and of lack within them. And I feel like because of that, there's a part of them that really hasn't grown up. Okay, so there's a part of them that is still very much this wounded, traumatized child. And I feel like that's another reason why there is something here that needs to be revealed, as in this is something that they have really pushed and pushed and pushed down in their own energy and in who they are. And this is something that needs to come to light, okay? Because if it doesn't come to light, you guys won't be able to really heal from it. And that may be one of the reasons why they are having a hard time connecting with you, you know, taking this relationship deeper. You know, too much fear. And this is part of the red flags that you also may be seeing, right? So let's take a look at specific messages from them. And then we're going to take a look at their next actions towards you in this connection. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so your person is definitely going through, you know, they've definitely been through some very tough cycles, and we're seeing this already. They've never really created a space in their life. I feel this very clearly. They've never really been able to create a very safe, sacred space in their life for a real connection, a real relationship. They've never truly been able to do that. See, I want to hold you and be held by you again. I want to wake up next to you every day. Can we cuddle? So see, this is what I mean. This is the childlike quality of your person here with this Page of Pentacles. There's a part of them, and look at that teddy bear. There's a part of them that is still that child looking for love, looking for validation, wanting to be held, wanting to be cuddled and loved. And that's why I feel like they may not have gotten that as a child. They may not have been given that kind of love. And so they're longing for that. But it's very hard for them. As much as they long for it, it's also hard for them to accept it. You bring out the best in me. I'm a better person because of you. I want to cherish you forever. See? So again, I feel like you bring this out in them. Like they are very, very wounded, as you can see, right? But you bring out that side of them that wants to believe in love, that wants to believe that they can be in a safe space, that there is a sacred space here for them where they can open themselves up to real love and not feel wounded, not feel afraid, not be on guard with this Nine of Wands. This Nine of Wands is very much about being defensive, about guarding your heart, feeling like you can't open up to love or open up to, you know, another person. So I feel like you bring that out in them. You bring out that desire to come out of those negative cycles here and have a fresh start. Losing you is my biggest regret. I feel totally lost and alone now. You deserve better than me. So see, this is the part of them that is, again, that lost, look at this figure right here, that lost and lonely child that feels isolated yet wants to reach out, yet wants to come out of these very traumatized cycles that they've been going through and have a fresh start with you. So I feel that there is definitely a deep desire here that your person has to come out of this, to have this fresh start. They want to come out of these cycles that they've been in. They want to create the sacred space. So I feel very deeply that they are committed to doing this, that, you know, what's next in your connection is them actually coming out of this and doing their best to step up to this connection and maybe finally opening up those traumas to you, bringing you in so that you guys can start off fresh and have this success that you truly want and you truly deserve. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created to help you on this journey, all of the links are in the box below. Make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And also make sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's absolutely free. It means the world to me and it really helps the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. See you all on the next one. Okay, my beautiful group 3 who chose crystal number 3. Here is your reading on what's going to happen next in your connection. So we're using this card here for the overall energy of what's going to happen next. So let's take a look. New moon in Capricorn. Step up and lead. Very interesting energy here. So what I'm feeling from this is that there's definitely a call to action here coming from the universe for both of you, okay? So do you feel that you or your person has taken more of a hands-off attitude in this relationship? Like nobody's actually stepping up to the plate. Nobody is taking the lead here in where this relationship should be going, right? So do you feel that you are kind of in a stuck situation, you know, where things are kind of like nobody knows, you know, what to say to take this to the next level? Is there some sort of a silence? Are people kind of afraid of stepping up and maybe being a bit more vocal or a bit more assertive in what it is that you want? Are you kind of just letting, you know, the other person take the lead? And maybe they are not doing that, right? So there's definitely this energy here, almost like you are waiting for them, they're waiting for you. Everybody's nervous, right? Nobody knows exactly what to say, what to do. There's a bit of this hesitation energy coming up here. And so I do feel that what's coming next for the two of you is that you're going to have to decide to come out of hesitation and start being a bit more assertive. You know, if you feel that your person is not taking the lead, maybe it's time for you to step up and take the lead. You know, maybe it's time for you to be more vocal or more assertive and say, hey, you know, I'm not sure where this is going. Let's talk about this, or let's have a discussion as to where we want this to go next, because there's a bit of an energy here of feeling like you're in the dark, you know, like feeling like things are a bit murky right now. Nobody quite wants to say anything. It's almost this energy of if I say something or if I try to take the lead, what if I rock the boat? You know, I'm also getting an energy here of, as in coming into this next year, that neither of you are quite sure. Neither of you are actually talking about where you want this relationship to go, how you want it to grow in this next year coming up. So there may be a little bit of this nervousness, you know. So let's go deeper here. What do we have? See? Surrender to your full power. This is why. Thank you, Spirit. See, to me, this is such a beautiful complementary energy here, right? That as you both, you know, step into your full power, somebody is going to have to get clear, step up, and really empower yourself. Really beautiful energy here. See, vision. Same energy. Getting clear on what it is that you want and stepping into it. I love this. Healing family issues. And law is not justice, rules that are not fair. All right, interesting. So for some of you, I do feel that there is some sort of a lingering energy here from a third party situation. I feel for some of you, your person may be either in the middle of a divorce, or, you know, they are like still kind of struggling in the aftermath of a divorce or a separation from somebody else. But there's definite, you know, legal or financial or kid issues that are still involved, as in like they still have a responsibility elsewhere, right? But there's something here that is also, I feel, and you know, take this as it resonates. It may not be for everybody, but I feel like one of the reasons why there's this, you know, issue of confusion or somebody being quiet, not really stepping in up and leading or wanting to say something to rock the boat, is because of this issue. For some of you, your person is definitely going through some sort of a legal struggle here. They may be, you know, either, you know, in that divorce stage or in that separation stage with somebody else, or they have already done this, they've already walked away, but there are legal constraints, as in they have certain responsibilities to that other person, and for that reason, that person is still a bit of a toxic presence in your person's life. And I feel that because of that, you may be kind of taking it slow. Like you may be witnessing this, observing this, and you may be saying, well, you know what, I may need to, like, you know, kind of step back a little and let this person work that energy out. But I am also feeling though that, you know, there's only a certain amount of time that you can let that happen without finally stepping up into your full power and saying, okay, look, I've, you know, really given you a lot of patience. I've tried to give you your space. I've tried to let you, you know, really nurture you and support you in healing any kind of family issues that have gone on here, because I do feel, again, for some of you, your person is still trying to heal some of the aftermath of another relationship or another situation ending. I feel like for many of you, you may have really given them a lot of leeway, a lot of rope, a lot of kind of understanding, a lot of space. But the time is now coming where enough is enough, as in you've really done a lot. You've really given your all, and it's time for this person to reciprocate. So you may need to, you know, in terms of what's happening next in this connection, is to step into a greater power here, to like say, you know what, it's time now for us to have the relationship that we want. What is it that we want? What is your vision of the future with this person? So I also feel that for some of you where this is not a third party situation, there's still something here that may have to do with their own family. Okay, so I feel like the third party is actually a family situation, not a romantic situation. So your person may be dealing with certain things that their family expects of them. For some of you, I feel like there is some sort of a business dealing here. Either your person is in a family business and their financial situation depends upon other people in their family, and because of that, the other people are seeking to either control your person or manipulate your person in some way, because, you know, there's a responsibility here. And I'm feeling for some of you, there is a definite toxic family situation that your person is going through. Okay, they may have very controlling family. Even if they're an adult, there's still some sort of a controlling energy here that is coming through. That, you know, it's almost like the family has certain rules, they have certain expectations that they put upon your person. It feels like it's law, right? Even though it's not, right? But it feels like a very strict kind of expectation, you know, and your person is afraid of disappointing these people in some way. Okay, so this is something that they need to work out, and this is the problem. They are not, I feel like, for those of you who are in that situation, unfortunately, your person, their challenge is to step up and lead. They are not doing that because they have been so used to kind of being the person who has to follow. Okay, this is somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience leading. They've been conditioned, they've been expected to follow the family rules or to follow the rules of this family business or family situation. And that is definitely a toxic thing that has not really served your person well, that has kept them very dependent upon other forces. And this is why they're also getting this energy of somebody needs to step up and lead. Somebody needs to have a better vision of their future. This vision is very limited. This vision right here is limited, and it allows them or forces them to never actually step into their full power here. So what else can we expect next in this connection? Eight of Wands, Three of Cups. Yeah, see, there's definitely other parties involved here. And the Two of Swords, decisions, absolutely. So this is really important, guys. So I feel that what's coming up next very strongly for you and your person is that there's going to be a reckoning, okay? There's a reckoning that is coming with this Eight of Wands. And what I mean about that is that there's going to be a definite urgency in making some big decisions on this relationship. I feel like there's been certain decisions that have been delayed, okay? Certain things that should have happened in this connection have not happened the way that they should have. Okay, so those things have been delayed, and I feel like part of that again has to do with this Three of Cups. Okay, either it is a romantic third party or somebody who is no longer with your person but is still there as this toxic energy, or it is definitely a family situation that is a toxic energy. But either way, there is an emotional pull that this other situation has on your person. They are not fully emotionally free of this, okay? They still feel some sort of an emotional connection to either this past person or to this family situation. It definitely has a hold over them, okay? That they really need to step into their full power to get out of. They need to extricate themselves. They need to, separate themselves from this other energy, this other group of people, or this other one person. And I feel that that is going to become very, very urgent. Eight of Wands. If this relationship is going to really flourish, if this relationship is going to come into its fullest state of being, where both of you are very happy and very satisfied in this relationship, then this person is going to have to make a final decision here. And that's why we're getting this Two of Swords energy. It's time to make a decision because it cannot go on like this anymore. There's been a lot of stress that has been put upon this connection. You have been feeling a lot of stress. You've been feeling very insecure with this person, constantly kind of being in a tug of war between you and this other situation. And if you've been feeling the struggle, if you've been feeling insecure, it is not your fault. Okay, this is a situation that would make anybody feel that way. So don't be hard on yourself if you've been feeling very sad or insecure about where this is going, because it is a real struggle. It is very justified. Your person really does need to make some tough choices here. And at least what we're seeing though is that they know that that time has come with this Eight of Wands. So they're not going to be dilly-dallying about this anymore. They're not going to delay this. I mean, they know that they can no longer delay what is happening here, that they're going to have to come to a very, very important decision. And it is definitely coming. Okay, so let's take a look at their specific messages. What would they say to you? Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. See? This is exactly a confirmation of that toxic kind of presence or situation that your person is going through. And also let's take a deeper look into their next actions, or what they are going to be doing next for this connection. See? Yeah. Lovely. I have toxic people and situations in life that keep me from being with you. I'm too weak to fight it, see? So for some of you, there's definitely been a weakness here that your person has just not been able to step into their full power, right? They just have not been able to hold on to this vision of this love, of this connection that they have with you. And it's been super difficult for them to be kind of caught between these two forces. See, I long for you day and night. I'm consumed by my desire for you. Our chemistry is amazing. Okay, so they have definitely felt something so powerful here with you that it's really jolted them. You know, it's kind of really brought chaos into their world, because I do feel that, you know, before they met you, they were kind of, you know, going along in this world. Whatever this world was, it may not have been ideal for them. You know, it may have had its struggles, but there was a certain sense of safety in that world, right? There was an order in that universe. They were in this particular order. Everything had its rules, right? With this law is not justice, rules that are not fair. It may not have felt that fair, but it was structure, right? They had a sense of comfort or security in that world. But as soon as they fell in love with you, it brought it kind of made that world crumble for them, because they realized that that world was not all that there is to life. Okay, that those rules were actually not that fair to them. But it took falling in love for your person to figure that out, right? As long as their emotions were caught up in here and kind of settled in here, they didn't have to question the rules. But now falling in love with you has made them realize how toxic these other situations are, right? That they've been giving away their power, that they've been limiting their vision for what they truly want in their life. And so they, right now, for this situation, for this connection, it's a yes. Like, they cannot let go of you. They long for you. They desire you so deep. The chemistry that you share, the connection that you have is so deep that it's kind of jolted them awake. You know, they've kind of been sleepwalking through life with this. You know, it was kind of like an easy way to not ask the tough questions. It was an easy way to not really, question their way of life, but also not be really that happy either, right? So now it's like this beautiful energy of ascension. It's time to ascend to the next level. It's time to, really look at what they want in life and to say yes to love, to say yes to something bigger and better, and to expand and evolve on this sacred journey to love. Isn't this beautiful? I feel like with you, they've realized that this is a very sacred journey. And if they have, stepped away, or they haven't chosen this journey so far, they're going to come back and do so. See, please give me a second chance. I still love you and want to start over. I want to share my life with you. Beautiful. Okay, so they are really stepping into their own power now. There's a desire that this person has to really step into what they truly want, and to, if there are tough decisions that need to be made, they are now willing to make them. Two of Swords, which they weren't so far. So I feel like they are evolving, they're expanding, they're ascending to a much deeper, better, more powerful place because of what this connection has offered to them. I feel like your love, your connection has offered them something very, very new, something very exciting, but something that may have taken them a little bit of time to step into, because it's scary, right? They had this ordered world. They had this kind of rules in this world. So it really made them and kind of challenge them and stretch them into a new direction. And there may have been a bit of a lag period there where they had to really ask themselves, what is it that they truly want? And what they truly want here is obviously you. So this connection is very, very strong, and it's coming back very, very strong. So if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, or order any of the oracle decks that I have created for you, all of the links are in the box below. Make sure you leave me a comment. Also make sure to subscribe, like, and share. It's free. It really helps the channel, and it means so much to me. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you all on the next one.